In engineering, every standard is supposed to have a reason, a calculation, a safety margin, a documented origin. But some specifications exist without any of that. They appear fully formed, already accepted, already enforced, yet no one can point to where they came from. Engineers follow them because they must. Inspectors enforce them because they're written. And entire systems are built around them without explanation. These are known quietly as orphan standards, rules embedded so deeply into infrastructure that questioning them feels unnecessary or even dangerous. In several documented cases, engineers attempting to trace these specifications backward found no originating study, no governing committee decision, and no original justification, only repetition, a requirement copied from one manual into the next, from one generation of engineers to another, passed along as institutional memory rather than evidence. One such specification governed load tolerances in large mechanical systems. Another dictated spacing in structural assemblies. Another controlled signal thresholds in early communications infrastructure. Each one followed precisely, each one undocumented at its origin. When modern engineers tried to reevaluate these standards using contemporary modeling, some discovered that the numbers were unusually specific, too precise to be arbitrary, yet not aligned with modern safety logic. In some cases, simulations showed the standards were overly conservative. In others, they appeared oddly narrow, leaving no margin where one would normally exist. So why were they kept? Because standards are not just technical tools. They are legal anchors. Once embedded in regulation, contracts, and inspection frameworks, removing a standard requires proving not only that it is wrong, but that replacing it will not create liability. Changing it risks lawsuits. Rewriting it risks failures no one wants their name attached to. So the standard remains, followed not because it is understood, but because it is inherited. Over time, these orphan specifications shape entire systems. They influence designs, budgets, material choices, and even failure thresholds. And the longer they persist, the harder they are to challenge. Not because they work perfectly, but because no one remembers what would happen without them. Engineering is often described as precise and rational, but buried inside its rulebooks are decisions whose origins have faded, leaving behind instructions without explanations. And sometimes the most important question is not whether a system works, but why it was built that way at all. Hi, it's Chini. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, or subscribe to get notified when a new story drops. It's also the best way to support our channel.